Good evening, Nick family. Welcome to my channel. I invite you to subscribe and hit that notification button so you'll be notified anytime I drop a video or go live. We're going to talk about this Knicks game last night at MSG against the Atlanta Hawks. The Knicks came into the game 30 and 41, 12th in the Eastern Conference, 5 games out of the play-in. Atlanta came into the game 35 and 36, 10th in the Eastern Conference, and actually in that last play-in spot. Let's get right into it. My main take on the game is that the Knicks don't have a closer, and that's just the bottom line. Randall was out with a quad injury. So they say it could have been a suspension in disguise given his antics against Utah. But whatever, he didn't play, and he's not that guy. RJ played well for us last night, at least statistically 30 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. But in my opinion, he's not that guy either. Not yet. He shot 9 for 26 for the game, or 9 for 25, 11 for 17 from the free throw line, right? He was, I believe, 2 for 12 in the second half, 5 turnovers, 2 critical turnovers down the stretch. Now, you can argue that he got fouled on one of them. I thought he did as well, but still, 2 consecutive turnovers in the waning critical moments of the game, right? Look at what happened with Utah. Donovan Mitchell, he closed. The Knicks was trying to cut into the league, he hit some big shots. Tonight against Atlanta, Trae Young, 45 points, 8 rebounds, 7 3-pointers. Bogdanovich, 32 points, 4 rebounds, 4 threes. Both of those guys down the stretch, when the Knicks was trying to cut into that lead, whenever they got close, they hit a big shot. That's what the Knicks need, and we don't have it. Like, I talk often about the Knicks' inability to close, how they'll miss free throws down the stretch, how they don't get stops down the stretch, how they don't get those key stops down the stretch to either extend our lead or cut into the lead. And all of that is true. But a bigger part of it, if you will, is we don't have that guy that you can count on game in and game out to hit the big shots for us down the stretch. We don't have it. I think RJ will get there. I think he's growing into that. I don't think it's something that's like a light switch. One day you're not doing it, and the next game you are. I think it's a process, right? I watched Paul George. It was a process for him to learn how to close. Embiid recently, it's been a process for him. He's learning how to close. Same thing for RJ. It's going to be a process for him. But right now, it's not it. He's not it. I'm not taking anything from him. Statistically, we needed every point he gave us. We needed every rebound he gave us, but he has to grow. If he's going to be the number one player on this team, he has to grow into that role. I'm not discouraged. It's just his third season. I have a lot of faith in him. I put my money on it, if you ask me to, that he will get there. But right now, he's not there, and the Knicks really, really need somebody to close these games. Talk a little bit about Burks. He played well, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 3 steals. He hit 2 big shots for us down the stretch. I would really like for IQ to start so that Burks can go back to his role coming off the bench. I know some Knick fans would like him to just go to the bench, period. I don't think that's going to happen. Talk a little bit, about Obi. I believe it was 10.7 rebounds. He shot efficiently this game. I believe he was 5 for 7. Listen, that's Obi. I was okay with his performance. Obi's not Randall. You can't throw the ball to him at the free throw line and ask him to get you a basket. You can't throw the ball to him, in the post and ask him to get you a basket. He has to play off of people. He has to have someone set him up. That's just his game right now. You can give him 1 minute if you want. I don't think you're going to see more from Obi this season. I think where he is right now, what you've seen so far, this is what he is. He'll go into the offseason. He'll get better. I, for one, think he's more than a rim runner. I've seen him put the ball on the floor and pull up for the mid range. I've seen him shoot the 3-pointer. He's not very efficient, and he's going to need to be. But he's getting there. This is just his second year in the league. I was okay with Obi. Mitch flashed today. He had last night. He had some good plays. Mitch is in and out. 9.6 rebounds. He did have 4 blocks. Of those 6 rebounds, 5 of them were offensive. 1 defensive rebound. I want my center to have more than 1 defensive rebounds. Listen, I I like his offensive rebounding. That's the way he contributes on the offensive end because we don't really find him on the alley oops. He doesn't have an offensive game of his own. We need every point we can get. So I like his offensive rebounding, but I need more defensive rebounding as well. If you look at Mitch rebounding numbers, I think they're like equal offensive rebounds to defensive rebounds. I just need more defensive rebounds from Mitchell Robinson. Now, the Knicks are a very good defensive rebounding or very good rebounding team. I think they're number 3 or number 4 in the league. So it may not be hurting us that much, but still going forward, I need Mitch to be a better defensive rebound. The Knicks shot 48.8% from the field tonight, 38.2% from the 3-point line, which is not bad. It's just that Atlanta scored better, 49.4% from the field, 41.7% from 3-point land. They had 5 in double figures. So that the Knicks. I want to talk a little bit about quickly who I thought was more than solid today. He's the player I want to spotlight today. 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 threes, shot 54.5% from the field, 60% from 3-point land. Didn't shoot well from the line. He went there 3 times. He only hit 2 for 66.7%, but he is a very good free throw shooter. I thought he played very well today when he was in the game. I liked the way he handled the team. I like the way he operated out of the pick and roll. Quickly is one of those guys where every option is available to him out of the pick and roll because of his ability to shoot. You have to respect that and his ability to drive, right? So he hit the roll man. He hit the players out on the 3-point line. He hit the shot himself. He went in for his floater. I thought he played very well today. Solid, not spectacular, but he played solid. Listen, he came into this season and he was pressed into a different role. With the injuries to Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose, he had to play point. He had to be more of a playmaker. His role last season was an offensive spark off the bench, right? And it would have been great for him to stay in that role and grow in that role, right? But this may be a blessing in disguise. He had the opportunity to play point guard. It was a little rocky. Seems like he's coming into form here at the end of the season. He'll have that opportunity next season to really be a true combo guard and potentially be as equally effective playing on and off the ball. I really think next season he's going to basically make the biggest leap of any Nick on this team, in my opinion. Vet or young player, he is really coming to his own. Kudos to Manley Quickly for just hanging in there all season, even though he was not shooting well. I know I said I would do this in under 8, so let me keep it moving. These are the total team stats between the Knicks and the Hawks. I'm not going to get into all of them. I just want to go to the one that I highlighted right here. The Knicks shot 53.8% from the free throw line. 53.8%. They took 26 free throws, 17 of them by RJ Barrett. They hit 14. That's not winning basketball. Now, this has been their Achilles heel all season, and it really showed last night. You have to be better than that. We know that the Knicks are out of contention for the play-in spot, but they're competitors. They're still playing for it. They're not mathematically eliminated, so they still making a run for it in their minds. 53.8% is not going to cut it. The Knicks have to be better. All right. We play Charlotte tonight. Charlotte is 37-35 on the season, 9th in the Eastern Conference. They're coming in hot. I mean, we're playing at Charlotte, but they're coming into that game hot. They've won 5 straight over their last 10. They're 7-3. We played them twice this year. We lost both games, right? We just don't match up very well with them. They're ninth in offensive rating. They are 23rd in defensive rating, 16th in net rating. So basically, it's a lot of close games, but they're pulling them out, right? They're over 500. The Knicks are 24th in offensive rating, 14th in defensive rating, with a net rating of negative 1.2, right? And you can see by our record, with 30 and 42, we're not being blown out, right? We're losing close games, but we're losing, period. Okay. If you get the opportunity, check out the Knicks pregame show on the Nothing But Chick Knicks channel. The link is below. I'll be on there as a panelist. I'm sure there'll be others there as well, where we'll really break down the Charlotte game. We'll get into the key matchups. We'll get into the keys to the game. So please, if you can, Nothing But Knicks. I think it's around 3:30. We'll do the pregame show. And again, please subscribe to this channel, Dope Soul Sports Talk. I'll be back tomorrow giving you my extended takes on the Charlotte game. Appreciate you, fam.